Hi, my name is Jeff and I'm a therapist here at Sweetgrass. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about polyvagal theory as well as give you some somatic experiencing exercises that you can do wherever you are, and I'm hoping they will help you to re-regulate your nervous system. So first I thought it might be helpful just to define the word polyvagal, kind of break it down and see where it comes from. So poly and vagal. We'll start with the vagal. It refers to the vagus nerve, and it actually comes from the same root, Latin root, as words like vagabond or vague. So if you think of a vagabond, somebody who just wanders around the world, something that's vague is kind of broad, and the vagus nerve operates in much the same fashion within our own bodies. So it connects to our brains through the brainstem, and then it just weaves its way through all these really important structures within our body. Our throat, our lungs, our heart, our digestive tract, and then even our spine as well. So it really moves all over the place. And then to break down the first part, poly, many of you may already know, means many. So there used to be this idea that was a bit more of like an on-off switch with our nervous system. It was either we were fine or we went into fight or flight mode, right? It was either one or the other. And we've learned that it's actually a bit more nuanced than that. There's more going on to it. And the way polyvagal theory explains it is that there are actually three circuits that can be engaged. And so we're gonna break down what those are in the next part of this video. The first circuit I want to talk to you about, and actually all these are going to be a bit more clear to understand through a graph that we have on our website. So that's linked below. So make sure you go check that out. That'll help kind of explain this a little bit better. And this first one will be represented by the green on that chart. So ventral vagal, or social engagement, is what we call it. And that's really where you're feeling calm, confident, capable of connecting to other people, just capable in general. You're feeling good. That's where you want to be. It's a great place to be. And ventral vagal, ventral means the front of your body. So that's where a lot of these things happen, the front of your body. The next part, we call that sympathetic activation. That's the next circuit of the three we're talking about here. And sympathetic activation, you might feel kind of anxious, on edge, fearful, and those things don't necessarily communicate good feelings, but I really want to be careful here and not villainize any of these circuits because they are all adaptive in their own way. And really the goal of this sympathetic activation circuit is to dispatch a threat. So get rid of a stressor that's in your environment. And when this system evolved, that looked more like a physical threat. You could picture a tiger, for example, and you really need that nervous system to fire up so that you can dispatch the threat of that tiger. Maybe it means fighting the tiger. Maybe it means running away from the tiger. But you need to get activated. You're going to notice increase in your heart rate when you're in this circuit, increased respiratory rate, and just that feeling of tension, on edge. Your muscles might be clenched up. And this circuit, while it is adaptive and a good thing, it was really designed only to be operational for a short amount of time. It's a temporary thing, ideally. But the way our lives work nowadays, modern day stressors are not tigers. Our modern day stressors are money, relationships, jobs, family, all these things that are a bit more omnipresent in our lives. They don't go away. So this system that was designed to be temporary is fired up a lot longer than it should be, and that takes a toll on our bodies. So we need to learn how to re-regulate and pop out of that when it's no longer serving us. And that's what the second half of this video is going to be about with the somatic experiencing exercises. And then the third circuit I want to mention here is what we call dorsal vagal shutdown. And so that's when you're really feeling maybe worthless, hopeless, you're just kind of shut down. Not a lot of energy, really slow respiratory rate, really slow heart rate, not a lot of motivation. And again, this, while it doesn't sound like a great thing, it is adaptive. When things are not safe and good in your environment, it can be really helpful to be able to just shut down and not let all that in. Again, in a temporary sense. But when we find ourselves globally shut down for extended periods of time, that can be a problem. So just as if we're overactivated in parasympathetic activation, we want to calm ourselves down, we might want to activate ourselves a little bit more to bring us out of that dorsal vagal shutdown. So there's different ways to kind of manipulate all these things. Even though they happen automatically, all of this happens, our nervous system is really just perceiving our environment and deciding if it should be feeling threatened or not. But we actually can tap into that through some of these exercises and feel like we have a bit more control over what's going on. So next I'd like to jump into some somatic experiencing exercises. We're going to use what we call SCOPE. It's just an acronym that we use to help kind of give some structure to remembering what these exercises are. It doesn't mean they have to happen in any sort of an order or even in combination. You could do one or two of these, just one of them. You could do all of them. Maybe some will work for you, maybe some won't work. That's up to you. SCOPE just helps us remember them. So as I go through these, feel free to just pause after each one and actually take a moment to do it wherever you are right now. So to go through SCOPE, S, that stands for slow down. And we can do this a lot of different ways. Maybe the easiest way is just to take 10 steps wherever you are, very, very slowly. And as you do that, notice the connection points of your feet to the floor beneath you. Notice the shifts of weight. Notice which muscles are engaged and which ones are relaxing. Just slow down and notice that for 10 steps. You also might try slowing your breath, especially your exhales if you're feeling activated. So if you're really on edge and tense, you can just make your exhales longer than your inhales, and that will help you kind of come out of that activated state. So that's S. C stands for connect, and we mean connect with your body. A great way to do that is by putting one hand on your rib cage, another up on your shoulder, cross your legs at the ankle, and you can lower your head, close your eyes, and really just try to focus on all those connection points and what they feel like. Maybe the weight, the pressure, the temperature. Just get really curious about all those connection points. O, this one stands for orient, and what we want you to do is just look around your environment wherever you are, and you're not just looking with your eyes, you're moving your whole head to see what is around you. And this helps to give your body a really clear signal that you are safe, that there are no threats anywhere around you. You might be able to logically understand that, but by moving your head, that really helps your body recognize on a deeper level that there are no threats and that you are safe right now. P, this is a word that's specific to somatic experiencing, and it stands for pendulate. And to do this, what you want to do is find a place in your body of comfort, of ease, of relaxation. Maybe that's in your stomach or your heart, wherever you might find a place of ease. And after you've done that, you find a place of tension. Maybe there's some tightness in your back or tightness in your chest, or in your face. Maybe you're kind of grimacing, or there's some tension in your brow. Wherever that tension is, find that. And then you just alternate between noticing everything you can about the tension, and then go to the place of ease and notice everything you can notice about that. And by going back and forth, pendulating between these two, that helps build these circuits to re-regulate, so that when you're feeling that tension, that dis-ease, you can then know that you're not stuck there, that you can move to a place of comfort and relaxation. And now E. So E stands for engage. That's engaging with the people around you. That could be friends, family members, loved ones, or it could be strangers on the street, maybe a cashier or somebody on the sidewalk. Humans, we are social creatures, and we have this innate ability to connect with other people. And so that can be really restorative, just reaching out to somebody else. So hopefully this was helpful. If you want to learn more about this, feel free to check out some of the links that we've posted on our website. That will help you to further explore this and really to give you some more tools. Thank you for your time. Take care.